Hi guys, Squirrel here, welcome to another train simulator video. I'm just going to go ahead and open the doors here. I'm going to get set up while we're waiting. We're on a class 166 and we're on a commuter train. Let's put the lights on here. Let's bring up the controls so you can see that. We're on a commuter train, we're at Reading platform. I think it's October, like in the game, so it's quite cold and yeah, I think, yeah, if you look at the leaves over there, it's October, sort of morning commuter rush hour type thing. We're on a stopping service from Reading down to Oxford. Should take us about 40 minutes in total. This is a career scenario. There's no room for manoeuvre on this one in terms of being on time. Sorry love, you missed it. Whoopsie, you should have got on an earlier carriage. Go! Okay, we've still got a red light, so we'll just have to wait this out. Yeah, it's a stopping service, which means we need to be on time because the passengers, the commuters, get very irate if you don't. Although, if you've ever travelled, if you've ever commuted on British rails, I have for many, many years, and let me tell you, things don't always run on time. Well, in fact, most of the time, things don't run on time. In fact, yeah, it is what it is. Put it this way, I got a motorbike. Right, let's go. Now, the interesting thing about the Class 166, you may not know this, but it has engines and brakes from a scooter, or rather, it feels like it. I mean, I'm on full throttle right now, and, well, yeah. If there was that lady was here, she could probably run faster right now. So the acceleration is very, very slow. Very slow indeed. Look at this. We're not even at 20 miles per hour yet. And that's on full tilt. The braking is... yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the braking. It's very similar. I've kind of worked out that you can get pretty decent braking down to around 30 miles per hour. And then from 30 miles per hour downwards, it just seems to not want to decelerate. It's the weirdest thing. Whoa, 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 slow down, we're about to bust the speed limit. So, yeah, I'll see what I mean. We're going to smash along here as fast as we can. You can see our ETA is, well, 15 seconds over 8. So I think the departure is 8:01, so as long as we arrive there before 8:01, we should be able to make the cut, give or take about 10 or 20 seconds. Half a mile out is when I plan to try and hit the brakes and kill some speed. Try and get it down to at least 30. Right, it's full throttle. Careful back here, passengers. The acceleration is quite stressful. You may spill your coffee. Or you may not. You may not even notice you're moving. So there we go. Tilehurst is the next stop. Tilehurst, 8:01 departure. About a half a mile out, I'm going to hit the brakes, get down to about 30, and then as we approach the platform, I'm going to be braking well before the platform, even though we're only doing 30. I've driven more modern commuter trains in the UK. What class was it? I can't remember the exact class, but they have much better characteristics in terms of acceleration and braking, like in a different league to this thing. In terms of the actual modelling inside, I mean, it's pretty decent. It's okay. Most of it isn't actually functional though, like, you know, the blinds, the windows. Most of these buttons are not clickable. You know, it's not the best, not terribly exciting. But it's okay, the audio's fine, a little bit quiet. But it's a good run. I think the scenery's a pretty good run. It's one of the Great Western Mainline journeys, right, well, 0.6 of a mile. So here we go, half a mile. I'm going to whack it back to 84% braking. And until we get visibility of the platform, which we should do at around 30 miles per hour. Okay, there's the platform now. So watch the speed. So you think to yourself, oh yeah, it's coming down quite nicely here. But then, once we get to around 30, I'm going to back off on the braking. Like that. I'm just going to let it cruise. And this seems to be the most effective method that I found so far. Now, round about now, I'm going to have to start applying some brakes because, like I say, at 30 miles per hour, it doesn't want to slow down. Look at this. Just slow down. It's not a very long train, so as long as we can finish up anywhere around here, we'll be fine. It will be on the platform. There you go. There we go. Stick our head out the window and open the doors. Yeah, has anybody actually heard about the new train simulator yet? Because I've heard absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm going to be going to Gamescom, and I want to know what's going on. Are they going to actually show off some train sim, the new train sim at Gamescom? If they are, I'll be there. I'm going to go and have a look. I'll be interested to see if they've got anything ready. Because let's face it, if they're not showing it at Gamescom, it's fairly unlikely it's coming out this year. And if it's not coming out this year, well then what is? 801, there goes the doors. There's the buzzer. Now 70% until we get a few miles per hour, then we go 100. Although I think the chances of wheel slip in this thing are pretty minimal. Oh. We had a little announcer there, very British voice. Very, very British. Almost like a BT advert, it was so British. Right, next stop, Pangbourne, 2.85 miles. Let's have a look at the list here. Goring and Streatley, I've never heard of these places. Cholsey, Didcot Parkway, I've heard of that. Appleford, I've heard of that. Cullum, never heard of. Radley, don't think I've heard of. And then Oxford. So this is obviously a local kind of commuter line straight into Oxford. So it's no surprise really I've not actually heard of any of these stops on the way. The weather I think should remain clear for the whole journey, so I'm not expecting any problems there. As for difficulty, I think it was like 3 yellows difficulty, which implies it's either difficult because of the aggressive timetable, or it's difficult because we're going to get some weird stops on the way. Although actually looking at this here, our ETA is already almost late. When's that due to depart? 8:05. Blimey. Yeah, we really need to claw some time back here. Maybe that's what the difficulty comes from, just because of the timetable. But yeah, the new train simulator was, I'm pretty certain in saying this, last year I seem to remember Dovetail saying that the next year would be the new one. And yet I've not heard anything, and it would seem weird to me for them to release a brand new train simulator and in the same year release a flight simulator, which is obviously had the flight school back in March, was it? February, March? I think it was about March, and then allegedly the new flight sim comes out towards the end of this year. It would seem weird to me that they would bring out a brand new flight sim and a train sim in the same year. I would have thought that would stress the dev team a bit, but who knows? I'm sure it's a different dev team, so maybe they're capable of it. But there's been no rumours, nothing. I know that the game patched this week. There were some hot fixes in the game this week, which for a game that is about to be replaced, that feels a little bit like it's not about to be replaced. You know where I'm coming from? Kind of feels like they're not going to release it right now, but I have no information, so I don't know. Okay, Pangbourne, I've already started decelerating, although I think I've left it too late, so I could be about to completely smash through this platform. Oh man. I just don't think we're going to stop here. These brakes are just so spongy. I'm going to leave the brakes on full service. Half a mile seems to be the magic number, right? Look at this. Yeah. Wow. I honestly, for a minute there, I thought we were going to go flying through this. That ETA is completely wrong. We've just stopped here. The ETA is still wrong. Blimey. Okay. Well, we made it. That's all that matters. Hey! Good morning! You're looking very smart in your suit, sir. In fact, you look just like him in his suit. I think you went to the same tailor. Look at him, though. Has he got massive feet? What the heck? Why do I get a little icon that I can click on? That's kind of weird. Wait for the buzzer. Nope, we're not getting it. We didn't get the little bap bap thing. That was kind of weird. Right, next stop is Goring and Streatley. Goring and Streatley. I should probably have a look at the scenery here a little bit. I've not actually looked at it right now. The other thing is, I don't know if it's just me, but has the cloud rendering changed? I didn't see any information about it, but the clouds look different. Maybe it's just this scenario, but they don't look quite as different. They don't look quite the same as they used to. They look more realistic. Let me put it that way. But it's been a while since I've been on this scenario, so I don't know. But I would have thought they don't change from scenario to scenario anyway. I wish there was a cab light in here, but I can't actually find one. That's the... what's that one? That's the wiper. That's the... cool, that's the horn. They don't work. Hardly anything works. How far are we? 2.6 miles, okay. Traction interlock, none of these work. I would have thought if there's going to be some lights, they would be around here somewhere. Phonetic alphabet. When talking to the signaller, remember to repeat the message back to him/her. Well, they should just follow what they do in flight, you know, in ATC, like in... that works pretty well, just repeat back what you hear and put your number on the end, effectively. That works. That way, the controller knows you've heard exactly what instructions were given to you, and they know who you are. Alright, we're starting to get a move on now. And then we're about to stop again. Goring and Streatley. Coming up. I am wondering, though, about the new train simulator and thinking to myself, all the money that people have invested in all the different DLC and scenarios and trains and all the rest of it, is that going to count for anything? You know, let's say this particular scenario, let's say they migrate this onto the new platform, onto the new train sim. When they bring it out, they're going to charge for it, aren't they? They're obviously going to charge for it. But my question is, if I've already bought it in the previous version, I should be entitled to a pretty significant discount. And I'm talking more than you would normally get in like a Steam sale or something like that. I'm talking 75% off here. You think we'll get it? Do you think we'll get discounted DLC, or do you think... You know, there are people out there who've probably spent hundreds, maybe even, you know, 1,000 or more. I think within the Steam store there's already, is it like £2,500, £3,000 worth of DLC? I mean, that's obviously counting it at full price, and let's face it, whoops, went the wrong way on the brake there, lost a point. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't buy it on full price. I always wait for a Steam sale anyway, but... Even so, I wouldn't fancy buying all the DLC again. And I'm pretty certain a lot of the existing rail fans would be up in arms if they had to. Like, they probably accept that they're going to have to pay a bit of money because all the work that has to be put into migrating it, you know, it's not free. I mean, obviously there'll be people who'll be like, no, it should all be free. Everything should be free. The entire thing, we paid for it once, we should get it major upgrades. I mean, that's just not what happens. You know, just look at things like P3D and that kind of thing. You know, P3D comes out with a major version, you pay for it again, like full price. You don't even get a discount if you've had it before. It's like full whack. But that's Lockheed Martin. They don't aim for consumers. Consumers are different. They know businesses will pay it. Consumers are a different story. Are we here on time, by the way? Yeah, we are. Depart 8:09. Nope, we're not here on time. Oh, God. No, we're not here on time at all. Well, I'm just going to go full tilt, and I thought, oh, that's weird. I was going like 100% throttle all the way. What am I doing wrong? Okay, we're due to arrive... She's talking again. We're already going to be late. Oh no, it's coming back now. So yeah, we lost 11 points there for being slightly late, and I don't understand why, because I didn't exactly... I left on time, I went 100% throttle all the way, and then my braking was fairly aggressive. So I don't understand that. But yeah, in terms of, you know, DLC and paying for it, I think the rail simulator community would be up in arms if they had to pay all over again, full price, for all the stuff they've already used before. And I'm sure Dovetail Games will be sitting there going, yeah, but it's completely different, we've remodeled it, you know, we've hundreds of man hours, blah 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 blah. We'll have to see. Time will tell. It's a funny thing, but if you go looking at Train Simulator on Steam and read through a lot of the reviews, you know, you're talking. There's people on there who have got hundreds of hours, like hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of hours. There's one guy I read a review of. I think he had something like 2,500 hours on Train Sim. That's a lot. And then he just sort of went, I'm done. I'm done with this. And he gave his reasons why. I mean, it actually has a mixed review, and a lot of the mixed reviews on Train Simulator, primarily, if you read through them, they revolve around the whole DLC. They revolve around scenarios being released and then not fixed, like issues not being patched. And I think the guy's main point was, you know, I spent thousands on this DLC, and there's stuff in here that's still broken from 4 years ago. They've never fixed because they, you know, the view that's expressed is that, and you know, perception is an amazing thing. I'm not saying this is my point of view. I'm saying this is the stuff that I read. These are the criticisms that people have, and the reason it has a mixed review on Steam is because of things like this. Is that what they say is Dovetail releases DLC and then moves on to the next one. It doesn't actually sort of fix the problems that they have with the current DLC. And also another criticism that's levelled is that the quality of the DLC varies from one to another, and sometimes even the trains and things like the locos themselves and the routes, the quality varies quite a bit. There's no massive. Seems like Dovetail doesn't have a quality control standard where it says, you know, all stuff, no matter who built it, has to be built to this standard. And if it's not, then it doesn't get in. These are the things that are said. Of course, there are a lot of third-party stuff as well. There's a lot of third-party locos and scenarios, and there's the Steam Workshop. Oh my god, I didn't need a shot right past there, waffling away. Good grief, I may even have left that too late now. The lights of the platform are in sight, and I'm still doing 70 miles per hour. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I have actually blown it. Full service. I'm going to lose a few points, but I'd rather go full service. Oh man. 45 miles per hour on approach to the platform. I was talking way too much. Even now, look at this. Even on full braking, it's still struggling massively to stop. Oh, I just don't want to lose. If I miss the platform completely, which I'm about to do, I'll lose 250 points. Ouch, 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 ouch. Beep, 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 beep. Let's see if we can salvage some points here. Funnily enough, it doesn't actually penalise you for reversing. Nor does it penalise you for not having all the doors on the platform. Okay, that's not opening. No, it's already marked it. Dang it. Okay, abort! Abort, we already lost the points, I just didn't notice. Let's go. Dang it! Okay, Well, that's blown gold, silver and bronze. Right there. In one fell swoop. You see, that's what happens. I talk, I pay no attention to what's going on, and then all of a sudden, I blow the whole scenario. Oh well. I'll just continue. In a bittersweet irony, Dovetail got their revenge. I'm sitting there criticising them, and all of a sudden, I don't get any points for completing the scenario. Coincidence? I wonder. So often though, you drive in, I think I've said this before, you drive in the cab and you don't actually appreciate what the map designers have built here. I mean, there's stuff, look, there's stuff over there that you'll never... Like, if I hadn't looked out the side window, you wouldn't even see it. Oh man. I'm so annoyed about that. That's probably... Well, that's probably put me on time for the rest of them. We departed at 18:20 out of the next one, where ETA is 18:19, so... Yeah, 250 lost plus about 100 for braking, I think it was. I can't remember how many we lost for emergency braking, but never mind. We'll complete the scenario for fun. I wish these things... There are some trains that you can get for Train Simulator that are... and this is the thing I don't quite get, right? This sort of third-party market for these locos is they make stuff that is arguably better than what Dovetail makes, and I find that a bit odd. Like the sound packs that you can get, and the inside, like, with all the buttons are clickable, the systems that are built on board, and the people who make them kind of do their best to work within the constraints of the simulator's engine. But then, I don't know, Dovetail... It releases decent stuff, but it doesn't kind of go to that high level where, you know, every button here is perhaps clickable. I mean, maybe not every button, obviously. You don't want all the fuse packs and stuff. Okay, apparently we just hit a yellow light, which I assume could be for the 70 limit change. Yeah, probably is. Let's keep the speed going, because that's gone to green. But I don't know, they don't really sort of set the gold standard, you know? They don't try hard enough, I don't think. They kind of do enough, but they don't kind of go, let's make something like top line, top draw kind of simulation. Okay, I do see another yellow now. So I think I'm not going to worry about it actually, because I think what's happening is we've got a double yellow here, which means we've got a yellow just before did cut and then a red at did cut, so I think we're good to carry on cruising in. Good job it wasn't an external camera at any point. Okay, we actually need to get a bit of a move on though, because I'm still going to be late, funnily enough. Yeah, I can see where the difficulty bars came from now on this scenario. Not only is the train a bit of a handful when it comes to accelerating and braking, because the train is so slow to accelerate and brake, it means that if you do start to lose any time anywhere, then you just can't claw it back. You know, you can't just suddenly accelerate and get the time back, or you can't just suddenly brake late and get the time back. This thing just doesn't behave. So yeah, well, if I blow the red light here, then I'm failing the scenario, so there really isn't much room for manoeuvre. Luckily, I appear to have this one under control. Yeah. See, look, our ETA is 18:20:18, and it's 18:19:30, and I think we're going to be there before 18:20 is up. The ETA is not doing a good job, I don't think. Well, having said that, I just overbraked, so... Right, let's start braking. I think we've still got a red signal ahead. And then a 25-mile-an-hour limit, so something's going on. Oh. That was weird. The AWS went, and then all of a sudden we got the green line. Yeah, track change by the look of it, I think. Okay. We made it off late again. Already 20. Look at these 3 cloned characters. Good grief. How hard is it to add some more? What was that? Went past. Cool. It's like a fast through train just went straight through there. Intercity by the look of it. Alright, we didn't lose that many points. Not that it matters anymore because, well, I've lost so many. Aha, here's our counterpart. So I think we're going that way. Presume this freight train here is being held up while we change track. Well, not change track, while we cross the track. Take the branch line off there. And I think we have a track speed limit of 25 round that bend. Yeah, that's what the signal's for there. Hey! Just give me a little supers go past. What is going on over here? Whoa. Actually quite decent scenery around here, when you look. You know, there's quite a lot going on. Power station. Oh, that's Didcot Power Station, I think, which doesn't exist anymore. I think that got pulled down. Not that long ago, actually. It was only a few years ago. Somebody was telling me. But I think when Just Trains brought out the Western Main Lines, it was in there as well. But then the Just Train scenario was actually set a number of years ago, so it's fair enough, you know? Okay, yellow signal again. 1 signal this time, and 1.5 miles up to Appleford. Which means there could be something in front of us. But we'll not go too fast because we may need to stop at the next signal. And you know, scooter brakes, I'm actually slightly worried because we don't have much of a visibility on this next signal at the moment. It's down there somewhere. No, I cannot see it. Oh, I see it now. It's a yellow. What is this on the left? Looks like a quarry or something, which is then filled up with water. Okay, let's accelerate hard now, because I think the next one was a yellow, which means we can get to Appleford. Anyway, so we might as well go full tilt. What time are we due to leave? 8:24. Our ETA is currently 8:25. That's not good. Oh wow, look at the next stop. It's like accelerate, brake, and you're there. That's insane. Okay, 1/2 mile. Let's begin braking. Should have probably whistled over that level crossing, but I didn't actually look for the sign outside. I was too busy focusing on what was going on in here. Okay, we need some late braking. Yeah, we're gonna be pretty late leaving this one. This is more of a typical commuter run. This is what it would be like in real life. Just arriving a few minutes late. I actually think that timetable is a bit too aggressive. I don't... Like, I could do it in a more modern train, but not in this. You waste so much time getting up to speed. Okay, let's start braking now. Oh, not 100%. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm just gonna shoot right through that tunnel. Oh my god, slow down! It doesn't fill me with confidence at all. Thirsty? Pure clean. Peckham Springs, that is. What if that water called Pure Clean actually came from that power station? And it's like heavy water. Oh dear. Right, about to leave Appleford. Come on. 2 minutes late. Oh my god, look at the point loss. Minus 96. Minus 9. Like, I didn't even get points. I had points deducted. That was horrendous. I'm actually going to fail this scenario. I'm going to finish on 0 points. And it all went horribly wrong on one stop. However, since then, it's been very difficult to keep the schedule going. And even now, we're already on departure a minute and a half late. That's pretty cool. I love it when two trains pass each other like that, particularly when they're identical ones. I always imagine the drivers up front sort of looking to see who's driving. I do wonder, they must recognise him. Like, after they've worked on a line for a few years, they must recognise the other people coming the other way. Culham. We're only doing 50, so I'm going to try braking a little bit later. I'm guessing the platform's on the other side of that tunnel, though. Or bridge, I should say. Not really a tunnel, it's a bridge. Yeah, 0 points, oh well. Culham, Radley, and then Oxford. It's very, it really, the sort of the state of the scenery outside is very... Oh crikey, I think we're going to miss this now. It does feel like an October kind of, apart from these flowers and these plants here, but... You know, it does feel very cold and barren, as it were. If the grass was a little bit pale, I mean, it's green. If it was a little bit more kind of dirt trodden and kicked up a bit, it might look... Oh, actually, it's not so bad, thinking about it. Yeah, you see the brown bits there, that's what I was talking about. Kind of rough weather look. Trees, though, look at the trees. What is going on with these trees? They're like Minecraft. Look at that. It's just like, I don't know. It's not exactly what you can do. Like, I've seen games these days where the trees are swaying and they look pretty authentic, you know. Still, the next train sim, yeah, that's what it'll be like. Unreal Engine. I tell you what, though, when this new train sim does come out, you know, we've all seen games that have been built on the Unreal Engine. We know what it can do. If that game isn't top draw, then something's not right.
Welcome on board this service. To avoid unnecessary security alerts, please do not leave luggage unattended on stations or on trains.
Do you hear that, people? Don't leave your luggage unattended on the platform. Just don't do it. I've experienced that when people do that. They leave their bags, like, the police just find a suitcase and they just have to cordon off the whole area and they close the station and kick it. Oh my god, it's just chaos. It's absolutely chaos. But what can you do? You just always get these people who either assume it's okay or they just you know, forget the bag. They just go and then leave the bag accidentally and cause chaos behind them. It happens, I'm afraid. Parts 831. Yeah, good luck with that. Radley. What I like about doing these scenarios, these routes here, is that there are people who watch who have actually been on this line. They actually recognise it. They're like, oh, I used to live there. I used to go down that line every day for a couple of years, you know. That's what I like. Nobody can actually say that in Euro Truck or American Truck, like, because the roads are not, they're not built to be authentic in any way. So you just can't say it. But in the train simulators, like, the stations are laid out properly. In the flight simulations, the airports are laid out pretty accurately. And so when you make these journeys, you know that you're like, yeah, I remember that. Like the journeys that I've made past Chelmsford in the past, and I've showed you and I've gone, well, this is there, but that's not. But you can recognise it all. In games like Euro Truck and American Truck, you don't get that kind of effect. Thing is though, if you're a map editor, you can just bring up Google Maps these days and you can just get an overhead view of all this line. I'm pretty certain you can scan it in and then just... because that's how... like, you can scan it in and then get data about the elevations and you could map things fairly quickly, I'm sure. I know they do that in the flight simulator world. They get like OSM data and combine it with satellite imagery and they can build terrains pretty quickly. And the terrains are pretty accurate. They must be able to do that here. Right, we're going to be able to stop on time, do we think? Looking good so far. We might overshoot slightly. Look at how long it takes. Did they not think when they were building this train, did they not think to themselves, you know what guys, should we just put some better brakes on there? Because that's a bit long, isn't it? 166220. I tell you what, I hope the new train sim doesn't have people at the front and the back. Because that's just weird. I've never liked that about train sim. I don't even understand why they had to do it. It just looks weird. Oh, look at this. Next gen. Look at that. It's actually a pixel wide. It's beautiful. Car insurance, up to 20% discount. When you quote Radley Station. Imagine that. Quote Radley for a 20% discount. They do that. Have you ever noticed, like, TV adverts, they'll... particularly, the worst ones to look for are the shopping channels, like, that are selling fitness equipment or household, like, utilities, that kind of thing. Like, they're selling those steam cleaners, or they're selling you the latest in, you know, abs factor 2016, you know. Get the washboard stomach you always wanted. And at the end of it, when they're finished going on and on and on and on and on for about 20 minutes, showing you all these beautiful people who worked out in the gym for 10 years, trying to convince you to buy this latest tool that's going to somehow make you fit and healthy and bronzed with white teeth, just by using it. And then they'll show you at the end, they'll be like, cost you this much, but wait, there's more. And then they'll show you more stuff, and it'll go on for another 10 minutes. I'd be like, order now, and quote offer code, and it'll always be something like, quote offer TV1 or TV2 or TV16 or TV08. It'll be like, obviously it's from the TV, and here's the number, which means the month that the advert went out. And obviously when you quote that, they've got tracking statistics because they know where you saw the advert. So then the marketing people can sit down and go, how effective was our campaign? Well, of all the sales that we had, 24% of people came in from TV. And that's how they do it. That's the reason they have discount codes, is because of tracking. It's not because they want to give you money, it's because of tracking. They can work out where to do the marketing. But they always have them on the TV, and they'll often have them in magazines as well. It'd be like, let's say you're reading a flight sim magazine like PC Pilot. It'll always be quote PC Pilot 16. It'd be like issue 50 or something. PC Pilot 50 for a discount. Like, it's so obvious. Why don't they just put something completely different that they'll understand but isn't so obvious? Like quote Jam 25 or quote Raspberries 18. Just anything. Why did I get a buzzer then? Were we, I wasn't paying attention again. Are we? Okay, we'll go full tilt. How far are we away? Alright, 3 miles and we're going to Oxford. I don't know why we got the signal, the warning then. Depart 8:30. Wait, depart? It's the last stop. Arrive 8:37. We're due in 2 minutes late. This has been a bit of a disaster, to be honest. It hasn't gone well at all. I must admit this train is not, it's not something I would enjoy driving. It's just too sluggish, you know? Okay, I get it. I'm slowing down. Far too sluggish for my liking. Like those, the ones they have over in Switzerland and Germany. They're just like, the pulling power and braking power is just phenomenal. Okay, that was weird. Let's keep cruising. Needs a lot more rolling stock here. I'm pretty certain it wouldn't be that empty, come on. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't seem to make sense to me. Look at it. It's completely barren. Is that one signal? Blimey. One red light. Which means we might be having to stop shortly. That's another thing. You see all this anti-aliasing here? Look at that. It's horrendous. That needs to be fixed in the next Gen 1 as well. Okay, I'm going to assume that this is going to be a red light for now. Because I can't afford to take any chances. It is a red light. I think, hang on. Wait, was our signal? This? Why is it on the right side? Okay. 84% brake. Oh my god. No, it's not on the right side, it's on the left side. It's an illusion! It's an optical illusion. I was like getting so confused. Why am I stopping here on a signal that's on our right? Okay, we're good. Hello, Oxford. Don't mind us, we're just a bit late. Not that bad, actually. Could have been worse. Okay, lots of red signals up ahead. Let's get the braking on. Yeah, I don't even want to look at the... Oh, crikey. Oh, wow. I didn't see that speed limit change. Oh, no. More points lost. I didn't see that. I was lucky I didn't derail then. I didn't see that. There was no marker on the track saying 25. I've no doubt there was a little thing on the signal, but I didn't see it. I wasn't looking for that. Should have known better. Yeah, not a good run. I mean, it's an enjoyable run, but not good for the career. Blimey. If that was an instructor testing me, I failed a long time ago. I enjoyed the journey though. Thirsty, pure, clean, heavy water. Available at Didcot Power Station. Come on, end this. Show me my score. Make me wait no longer. You have finished but did not complete all the stops. Try again. Your score, 0. Hilarious. 89 timeless penalty. Yeah, there you go. 250 points lost as soon as you miss the station. And then, look at that, lost points here. Negative points, not good. Never mind. Class 166, Great Western Main Line, completely messed up. Hope you enjoyed seeing me make a complete pig's ear of that, guys. Until the next video, take care. Happy training.